What's up, Omaha? Your friendly neighborhood realtor, Jon.maag here. We are going to be talking about purchasing a house in today's market. There are a lot of things that you can take advantage of to make the home buying process a lot easier. It will also help you in new construction or anything like that. Rule number one is make sure you have a realtor that you can trust and that is going to go over all the contract details with you line by line. These contracts are a lot more complicated than they were last week, a lot more complicated than they were last year, a lot more complicated than when they were 20 years ago when your parents were buying a house. Interest rates are also a lot lower. Part of the reason why contracts are getting harder and why it's important to have an agent is because the market in Omaha, in Lincoln right now, it's very competitive. There is not a lot of houses, and when the houses hit the market, they are off the market just as fast. So you need to be educated on what you can take advantage of. One of the biggest things, besides having a real estate agent, is being set up with the correct financial institution for your needs. There are a number of different tools available to you and programs that these financial institutions are coming out with to make it easier, make your offers more competitive. One such program gives you a $2,000 grant and waives PMI insurance on houses under a certain value, and if you qualify, that's great. Another program that I know of is that it throws your approval through underwriting right away so that you can close on a house within 14 days. That is huge because a lot of houses are coming on and off the market, financing is falling through. So you can now jump on those properties that fell through and still allow the seller to close on time, even though you may not have to give the same details as the seller originally had, because you're solving a problem for them. There's another program that I know about that works very much like GoFundMe. You essentially set up a GoFundMe for your new house, and you can have relatives, friends, anyone donate anything up to that $5,000 mark without them having any say on the title of your house. Each program is going to help you a different way. And that's going to be important for you to be knowledgeable about so that you can get the house that you need and be confident in the house. Not every bank has these programs going on, and not every banker or loan officer is going to be the exact same. That's going to be the next big part. Loan officers that I partner with and that I advise my clients or buyers to work with are the guys that are going to go that extra mile for you and call the seller directly. Any time of day or night, I will be able to reach out to those loan officers and they will give the seller agent a call. Why is that important? Well, it is very important because now the seller understands that you are truly qualified for the purchase of this house. There are going to be little to zero complications from the financing side of it. So that gives the seller himself a lot more confidence so that they don't have to run into problems later on in the contract. And then it just gives you a secondary verification that you're a great buyer and you want this property. That's going to be huge because maybe you cannot give everything that the seller has gotten from other contracts, but you're able to beat it out because the seller is more confident in you, believes in you. The next big thing is that make sure you understand the contract details. Your agent should walk you through line by line the first time you ever write up. You should know everything about the contract and everything about the terms that you are signing yourself to do. The reason being is that these contracts are changing very quickly. Every week, me and the Potter Real Estate team are having a meeting to go over how contracts have changed, what's changing in the market, and how can we help our buyers take advantage of what is going on. There are a lot of different things. If you've been watching previous episodes about appraisals, inspections, closing dates, rent back periods, and different early move-in and different things like that that you can take advantage of if you understand them. And the final thing that I'm going to hit again is make sure you have an agent. I'm hitting it twice. Well, it's very important to have an agent on this side that's going to be educating you and making sure that you know everything that you need to know. Say you're not comfortable with buying a house without an inspection. Well, your agent should know an inspector that can do a verbal walkthrough with you. Oh, you're not comfortable with the roof? Well, does your agent know a roofer that will come and do an inspection for you, do a walk and talk, and look at the property with you? You can't do full inspections, but you can have a professional come and look at the property if you have time and get that guy over there. And then the last thing is your agent looking out for your best interest. Well, it goes into everything that I've said so far. You're not stuck with the first agent that you talk to. If you're finding that he's not going and putting your best interest forward, educating you on everything, helping advise you on different aspects of the property, what might need to be looked at, what things you might need to be concerned about as you're walking through, and having those connections so that you can have the roof looked at, you can have the inspection done if needed. Do they know a contractor that can come in and fix the problems that may arise later on? This is where you need a good agent. Last thing I want to leave you off on is your agent should also have a finger on what the market is actually doing. So having a full-time agent is really going to help with that. And not every full-time agent is the same. Right now, for example, we're heading into the 4th of July weekend. We have the College World Series in town. We have the Olympic trials in town. People are finally able to vacation due to COVID. A lot of buyers are getting frustrated with the market. What is that doing to the market? Your agent should be able to tell you that, you know what, it's actually caused a lot of slowdown in the market. There's a lot more opportunities for FHA, VA, conventional buyers to get what they want out of a house because the market has slowed slightly. And it might not continue to be this slow for a while. It might pick back up to COVID times right after the 4th of July when everyone gets back. Has your agent told you about this market shift? Make sure if you have any questions, talk to your agent or give me a call. Happy to help you out. My contact information is going to be below, and have a great rest of your day.